Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Gaming with Sound. Welcome back to the channel. So when it comes down to the Black Ops franchise, we all know that there are many different unique characters that we've seen in the past. These characters include people like Alex Mason, Frank Woods, Hudson, etc. So basically what I'm going to be going ahead and doing is diving into the storyline or the backstories for some of these characters up until Black Ops Cold War comes out. And the first one we're going to be talking about today, as you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail of the video, is the backstory of Alex Mason. Now, in the description below, I will leave a link to an article that Treyarch put out themselves, in which they basically talked about his entire background, and I'm pretty much going to be reading this almost word for word for those of you guys who don't want to read it yourselves. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave the link in the description below in case you want to read it on your own. But with that said, let's just go ahead and jump right in to the backstory or storyline for Alex Mason. So Alex Mason was born in 1933, where his instincts began to take shape in the harsh wilderness of Alaska, where he developed his firearm skills hunting with his father. He eventually enlisted in the US Marine Corps, where his sharpshooting abilities made him a standout recruit. In 1958, after serving a highly respected term of service with the Marines, his undeniable talents, reckless behavior, and fervent beliefs led his path into the dangerous world of the CIA's Special Activities Division, where the original storyline began to take shape. Now, when it comes down to Black Ops 1, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of those events that took place in that game. So on April 17th, 1961, Operation 40, which is basically a team of CIA operatives, including Alex Mason, Joseph Bowman, and of course Frank Woods, arrived in Cuba to carry out Operation Zapata just as the Bay of Pigs invasion was unfolding. That invasion provided a much needed diversion as the team raided a compound where Fidel Castro was thought to be assassinated by Mason himself. And I actually remember playing this mission as well, which, I'm not gonna lie, was a pretty cool mission. But unfortunately for the team, Mason was captured by Cuban military during their escape, and in a twist we all didn't see coming. Well, some of us maybe did, but Mason was immediately handed over by the real Fidel Castro to the Soviet general also known as Nikita Dragovich. Mason was then thrown into an infamous labor camp in Vorkuta, where he was basically brainwashed in an attempt to turn him into a sleeper agent to carry out Dragovich's plan. Now, we all know that the scheme may have not gone according to plan, and this is because on October 6, 1963, with the help of his new friend Viktor Reznov, Mason set in motion an elaborate prison break from Vorkuta and made his way back to the United States. Within a month of his return, Mason set out on a mission to sabotage the Soviet space program and take out Dragovich by the order of President John F. Kennedy, and so began Operation Flashpoint. On November 17, 1963, CIA field operatives Mason, Woods, Brooks, and Bowman infiltrated the Soviet Cosmodrome in Baikonur, Kazakhstan. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name. But anyways, they went and eliminated members of the Ascension Group, rescued Special Agent Gregory Weaver, and gathered intel on Dragovich. Now, although Weaver lost an eye to Dragovich's second-in-command, the sadistic Colonel Lev Kravchenko, Mason and Woods successfully extracted Weaver, sabotaged the launch site, and continued their pursuit of Dragovich. 5 years later, in early 1968, Mason then went ahead and joined the Studies and Observations Group, known as the SOG, and basically he did this to investigate covert Soviet activity in Laos and Cambodia, leading to the discovery of the existence of a chemical weapon known as Nova 6, which originally was created by Dr. Frederick Steiner. After escaping capture in Laos with Woods in tow, Mason headed to Rebirth Island on February 23, 1968, to find and kill Steiner, with US forces also en route to prevent his death. Of course, by the time they arrived, the damage had already been done. After the events on Rebirth Island, Mason was then taken into custody and interrogated by CIA Special Agent Jason Hudson, revealing the harrowing experiences leading up to his questioning. With various truths revealed and mysteries solved, Mason and Hudson basically raced down to the Soviet ship called Rusalka and prevented the release of the deadly weapon known as Nova 6, and finally killed Dragovich, thus putting an end to the crisis in a spectacular display of fearlessness and quick thinking. Little did they know, there were more challenges to come in the near future. Now, under the section that says what lies ahead, it basically says here that we're going to go ahead and fast forward to January 8th, 1981, which is when Black Ops Cold War will be taking place, and here Mason receives an unexpected phone call from Hudson, who wants to get the old team back together. If Mason will return as a CIA operative, he's to immediately report to Amsterdam to join back up with his former partner, Sergeant Frank Woods, Woods, along with a mysterious operative known as Russell Adler. As it turns out, a covert mission to end the Iran hostage crisis would end up revealing a far greater threat, which in this case is known as Perseus. And with that said, Mason's story continues on November 13th when Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War launches around the globe, and it says here that tomorrow they're going to go ahead and dive a little bit more into Frank Woods' background. So of course, stick around for that. When it comes down to the channel, I will be making a video talking about the background storyline for Sergeant Frank Woods. But with that said, that's all there is in terms of the storyline for Alex Mason. Honestly, it's really cool to be able to see Alex Mason come back to Black Ops Cold War, which of course that was going to happen considering the timeline that this game is taking place in. And it's nice to see him not sitting there being interrogated by Hudson and being asked the same question, which was, what are the numbers, Mason, over and over again, right? So he's finally out of that position and he's able to go ahead and go on these cool missions, in my opinion at least, with his buddy Sergeant Frank Woods. And I can't wait to see what kind of role he'll be playing in Black Ops Cold War. But with that said, let me know in the comment section below of what you guys think of Mason's storyline. Once again, the background story for Alex Mason as far as Black Ops 1 goes was pretty well summarized if you ask me. So if you want more details on the storyline, I would suggest grabbing a copy of Black Ops 1 or going back and looking at some playthroughs here on YouTube. The storyline for Black Ops 1 is very unique and it is one of Treyarch's most intriguing storylines, so highly recommend you go ahead and check it out if you haven't already in preparation for Black Ops Cold War. But yeah, I like his background story and I can't wait to see what his role is going to be. So with that said, that's pretty much everything I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about in today's video. So as always, if you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and please follow me on my social media accounts. The links will be in the description below. And with that said, take care of yourselves and bye.